Howdy-doody, everybody. That was awful. Let's just forget I ever said that. Let's move on, okay? How's it do, guys? RingtailRandl am I, and I have a lot of things this time around to discuss. It's lots of channel-related stuff, lots. Okay, not that many lots. It's a lot of stuff, so let's just cut right to the chase. And if you're wondering about Quest 64, it has been pushed back, rather back if it's inverted, and it probably is, to next Tuesday. So if you're wondering when that is, it's not when. But we'll see you next Tuesday. Seeing as I have a lot to talk about, I'll have something other than my face on the right side of the screen. Right side of the screen. There we go. And a timer should scroll by on the bottom. Just kind of scroll by as I go through. So if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, or have something to click, it'll be annotated right there. So don't worry. I've got this one all covered this time. Just like last time, watch either this or watch that. So that's your choice. Choose whatever you want. Oh, every current Let's Play is mentioned in this update video, so if you're curious as to why something changed, it'll be here. Because who reads posts on YouTube? That's so 2007. Anyway, so here we go. We're gonna start with stuff outside of my channel, and we're gonna try to be as brief as possible, because in my last take, I had a blue screen of death and everything. And ruined everything! Blue shit of death all over everything. Alright, first order of business for outside the channel. The Super Mario 64 4-player race on Legendary Plumber's channel. If you haven't been aware of it, on my featured tab lately, which you should be taking to every time you click my picture anyway, I was in a 4-player race with Legendary Plumber, Misty Dawn 1 through 2, myself, and Old World G. That's 4 players. Since then, I've rewatched the race several times. It's definitely my favorite race appearance, and I highly suggest you go check it out. If you, like I said, if that's annotated, you can click it and it'll open a new window. You might want to stop the video, but this might go to the playlist. So, use your leisure. So, here we go. In fact, speaking of 4-player races, I've got more to mention about Legendary Plumber's channel. I was also in a Mappyland 4-player race with him. With Legendary Plumber, Misty Dawn 1 through 2, myself, and big surprise, Deceased Crab! Huzzah! He is my Let's Play idol. He was the first Let's Player I ever discovered, so it was a real treat for me. I never expected that ever even at the time of day from Deceased Crab. So this is something I definitely hold dear. But one thing for sure, I definitely really treasure this race. It ended as quickly as it started, and I definitely recommend it to you if you want to see me actually not have a potty mouth for once. And something else. There's a special surprise in store for that race, so I suggest you click here, check it out. It's in my featured playlist, and it'll be there for a long time, I hope. Until the next round of races come around. I plan to race plenty of games, so I can't put a date on that. So, let's just keep moving forward. Definitely check it out. Very good race. And now, the big one. The big thing I'm going to mention here. Well, one of the big things. I've got several big things to mention. But this is the biggest. Vega.com, from my friend Vega, is having a Christmas raffle. So, let me put it on here. That's close enough to on, isn't it? Well, looks like her is wearing it, so that's close enough. Vega.com is a fledgling gaming community which caters to rounded tastes. This includes Let's Players and Let's Plays. The community right now is humble, and there are new changes to the site every time I visit. It's a surprise. The features that Vega.com stores at this time are as follows: a gaming blog, a community forum, a recent gaming news section, game reviews from the community itself, podcast, a series of exclusive shows, Let's Plays, tutorials, and a community Ventrilo server. And if you want to include the opportunity section where you can become an editor on the site and post content, there's your number 10. That's 2 full hands of content right there. I highly suggest you go by, you check it out, get yourself a free, absolutely cost nothing, free WordPress.com account, and get involved. Hey, why the hell not? What do you have there to lose? Oh, I go there myself, and I am an author. Oh, I should really start working on some articles over there. Oh, she'll be watching this. I haven't checked an article for so long. But anyway, let's just kind of get on to the big point here. The Christmas raffle. We've been waiting for that for like, what? About 2 minutes straight? 2 minutes straight, honestly, says. Well, this raffle, you could win one of these 5 fabulous prizes. They just get better as they go. Trust me, they do. I'm gonna put the game name kind of underneath my face if you're watching this screen. If you're not, watch it for a moment and see the name of the game that's coming up. The 5 wonderful prizes you could win in Vega.com's raffle are as follows. Castle Crashers, through Steam. Section 8, Prejudice, through Steam. 2, CORTEX Command. Could win a game pack of 3 games. This includes Super Meat Boy, Lone Survivor, and BRAID. Final last, but not least. Not least in quantity. Quality depends on you, depends on your taste in games, but it's definitely not the least. It's fun, it's expensive. THQ pack, which has 6 games. It includes Darksiders, Red Faction Armageddon, Metro 2033, Company of Heroes, Company of Heroes Opposing Fronts, and Company of Heroes Tales of Valor. Remember, you need at least 1 raffle ticket to be eligible for one of the prizes above, so run by, check it out, link in the description. I can't link non-videos here. I found that out in experience. I touched the burner twice in that situation. If you ever want to see the article on Vega.com about this raffle, expand the video description and follow the link there to be taken to the Facebook page. There, you shall find the information you seek. Don't worry, the raffle is absolutely free to join. Check the description for a direct link to the Facebook raffle page. And again, thanks to D. Eagleson for providing the prizes. Thank you very much, good sir. And I actually have some events coming up outside the channel here too. It's still Christmas, so you can stay there for a little longer. I'm having a Christmas race with 6 of the Engaged Gamer Creation. I'm not sure when he's going to release it, but I'm editing it and putting it together. It's a pretty short race. Should be, I think, 2 episodes? 2 20-ish minute episodes? But I can't tell you the game in question. You're just going to have to find out. It's a classic. So, I just have to say, 6, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It was so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be all suffering because of the game choice. Man, that was so good. Speaking of, after the 2 initial episodes that come up, we had a take that failed because I was a dumbface and didn't remind him to check his footage. So, he lost his take 1 footage, but I kept mine. And I have the call. And my audio. So after he posts that race on my channel, there's going to be some bonus content to that race. So it'll link both of our channels together, it'll link that race together, and you'll get to see both sides of all the fun we had. I keep mentioning my butt for some reason on that first take, so... I was just talking out my ass in that take, I guess. Anyway, moving on. You may have noticed a few odd playlists here and there. Group Let's Plays. But there's something to be said about these Let's Plays. I'm going to say them right here, right now. First up is the Super Mario World Group Let's Play. A group Let's Play is when multiple Let's Players section out a game, and they play it and post it and link it together somehow. We're linking it together by featured playlist. So the Super Mario World LP is about to end. We're just waiting on someone whose upload schedule is being beaten by Christmas in the foot race. And then the person who's eagerly waiting for them to upload so he can upload his part to finish the Super Mario World Group LP, which is a 100% run. Mostly. Some entrants may have neglected to get everything, but I say. But this is the brainchild of MML129. It was a great idea. Thank you, sir. Go check out his channel. MML129 on YouTube. Go check it. Do it! Anyway, since we're on group Let's Plays, I've got more topics here. The Blade Trampoline Let's Play is a group Let's Play as well, and it is the brainchild of Jessica Joy. Not so much the group LP. Oh, yeah, it was, because it was edited and put together on both channels, so yeah, it is a brainchild. But I dragged along episodes 7 and forward, and some odd episodes in there for the Blade Trampoline LP. It was a lot of fun. It's a masochistic platform of blood and gore and cruel tricks. Oh man, that's just the way it is. It's a huge callback to classic gaming. But if you want to see how the girls and myself did, check that featured playlist down there. I'll have notes for which ones I appear in and which ones I don't. But definitely check it all out. It's totally worth it. But after the main story has been uploaded for Blade Trapland, I have some space between projects. I'm going to be uploading some makeup Blade Trapland episodes because I didn't appear in episodes 1 to 6, 10, and 13 and 14, and I made some progress, so I gotta step up and make my progress too to say I completed the game. And I'm also going to go into the race mode, I do believe, and I'm going to try to get the maximum reward in each, not get the record, ooh, just get the maximum reward, just to soak in as much game as I can. And one more group Let's Play, just one more. It was a big chunk, huh? Well, NL129 also started a group Let's Play on the Faction Players community for a Kirby Superstar group Let's Play. And it's starting pretty soon. I don't have a playlist for it yet, so you don't need to look for it. I've taken on the Milky Way Wishes part of the game, which is my favorite aside from the arena. And that'll be coming pretty soon, I hope. It really depends on what space I have and what takes priority. It just depends on the upload schedule, I suppose. But they'll be a very short one. I love that game. That's one of the most perfect Kirby titles. That's a good one to start with. If you have not played Kirby before, start with Kirby Superstar. You will not be disappointed. And now, those of you who know me from Faction Players, I've got a little bit of shocking news for you. So, breathe in. If you haven't seen the video over there yet, it's going to be annotated down there. So, let me just tell you the short version. I'm stepping down as a Faction Players admin, and I'm going to just become a plain old moderator. I really felt that I haven't been contributing ever since the Monday match kind of flopped. I was just sitting there waiting for something to happen. That never happened. But for sure, me and the FOT members up there, the admins, and some people in the community, we're still all friends. Things are still good. Ties aren't going to be cut, but I feel I was really wasting an opportunity someone else could get. So that's exactly what it is. I stepped down in case that someone else has an idea to provide to the community, to get them stirring, to get them moving. Because the Let's Play community is sparse. And what Faction Players is trying to do is bring at least a section of it together in unity. And people help each other out. If I'm not contributing to that, I shouldn't be there. But I'll definitely be cheering on and supporting them. I will always have the Faction Players there in my feature bar. It should be one of the first 2 slots, always. That will never change. But if you want to see all the details of why, who, click. If the video's uploaded, you'll open a new window. If it's not, I'll tell you when it is. So just stay tuned. And, yeah, we're going on the inside of the channel updates here. Yeah, we're going on a pretty long time. Anyway. Alright, the Latil co-op here. You notice that it hasn't been updated for the last week, maybe the past 2 weeks? Well, that's because it's going on hold, guys. It's just the Christmas season's come up, they've been kind of busy, things have been tough, so we're just going to put it on hold until we can all get together and get some more together. I'll be glad if somebody I love that game. But speaking of, if the Latil co-op's not being uploaded on Saturday, then that means there's going to be an additional day. So that means the Baron Bird's going to be uploaded 3 times a week. That's going to be Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. At least until the Latil co-op's done. Well, until the Latil co-op is edited and ready to go back up. So, just wait for us to be ready to play again. And the Latil co-op shall continue good times all around. So, just stay tuned. That Baron Bird was fun. Definitely go root your team on if you want to. Okay, you can later. And those of you staying tuned for Final Fantasy XI, I've got some good news for you. I've decided to omit all footage of jobs pre-level 20 if it's like the same kind of play. Like most melee jobs pre-20 are the same thing. Whack, whack, shove ability, whack, whack, weapon skill, whack, whack. I want to cut out that monotony, rather. So, I'm gonna try and make this thing go forward as fast as we can without, like, just starving the game of its content. So, if you're watching the Final Fantasy XI LP, I definitely want to make it faster for you. Try to get all the story in, try to keep all the interesting bits in and explain it. Have the funny moments, the high moments. I just don't want to show grinding all the time. And to also help that, I'm going to choose certain jobs at certain points to record and introduce. So some at certain levels you won't see it all. I'll probably be using it as a sub-job later, and you'll see the abilities, so I'll explain that. But if I play the job after that as a main job, I will explain it to you. Trust me. I won't leave you hanging. So, that's how that's gonna go. Final Fantasy XI should go much faster, much less grueling, and I really thank you for your support. That's far more successful than I thought it was going to be, so. Yeah, for something that affects everybody, all the content here. I'm changing my audio level adjustments on my footage because I was listening to my own video through earphones one day, and my own voice booming was not welcome. So, that means my voice, instead of being plus 2.0 dB, is going to be negative 2.5 dB. I want to be considered all of you headphone and earphone users out there. Thank you for your feedback. It really had me kind of look at it and see how it was going. And it needs to be changed. Thanks for receiving feedback. That really, really helped. If you ever have any feedback, down there. Anytime. Speaking of feedback, I'm going to mention how the hows and whys of comments. Because you're going to notice the majority of my stuff now is on approval. And the reason for that is that if it's on all, I have to manually go to each video and see if you've left a comment. Not all of it goes in my inbox. Like, for every 3 comments there's on all, I only get 1 in my inbox. And there are 2 sitting there I didn't see at all. So, like, stuff gets through that shouldn't be said, stupid stuff, biased about the game, oh, I don't want you to have to read that. I don't want people insulting the other viewers, so. That's what approval's about. Also, approval allows every comment to come to my inbox, even if it's a reply. So I can monitor all that and approve it. But keep in mind, if your stuff's legitimate and it contributes to the conversation, there's no reason it should be denied. So, you have to worry about that. But let me ask you something. I've really been thinking about it. And ever since I've been doing the approval method, people have been kind of turned off from commenting. So do you think I should go back to all comments and just check it a few days later? Respond to stuff that way? That way you guys won't be too embarrassed to comment. And this question will come up later at the end of the video to remind you to leave your feedback. So, think about that. Should I go back to all comments and just handpick ones to respond to? I really do need to get back to you guys. It's just been terrible at work. Working in retail at Christmas time. 'Tis the season, brother. 'Tis the season. And another thing about feedback is, I want to ask you about game choices. Now you know, I mostly choose stuff that's obscure, not widely popular, but as of my last update video that was formatted just like this, to where there's something right there, it garnered a lot of views really quick. I'm not sure if it's because it was an update video, or because there was a game that everyone knew and loved in there. It was Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins on that side over there. So this really makes me think, every once in a while, should I just kind of reach out and grab one of the more well-known games and let's play it and just give you my thoughts on it? Should I just step down from the whole obscure thing for just once every few LPs and just let it all hang out? Do you think I should do that? Because I am going to be obscured on... I'm going to be focused on obscure games. I think I told the truth there. I'll be obscured by covering obscure games. But I'm always going to be focused on the obscure games and stuff that's not really known and widely accepted. That's just the way I like to bring things to life. It's just the way to do it, man. But think about that. Every once in a while, should I just go to the whole mainstream thing, games that are more well-known, give my thoughts on it, give my experiences, my good times, give it my all? Definitely leave it down there, but just wait, there are going to be more questions probably. They'll all be together at the end, so don't hit submit yet. If you do, I'll drop-kick you in the genitals, so don't do it. Oh, I also need to explain my order of Let's Playing choices. You probably noticed that I played a less than savory game to me for solo LP number 10. Well, for every 10 games, I'm going to purposely choose a subpar, not so great game, and I'm going to suffer and get my hands on it. Because it's to emulate the life of a gamer. Every once in a while, you'll find a game that is just not savory, but you've got to see the end. I've played several of these games. Several ones that were not so great. Couldn't do them as a kid, but even now, I'm just so curious to see how they ended. Was the end worth it? For Playmates? No. It was a cop-out. I didn't even get to see Clayton die. I gotta see him die plenty of times during the LP, but I want to see him die once and for all. Interplay. But that's what it is. I just want to kind of lift the restriction on my game choices and see what you guys want to see, so definitely think about that. And one thing I do need to address, that channel background I have with just Tanuki stripes, in the next month or so, I'm actually going to hand draw some stuff, make an actual freaking background for my channel so you don't have to look at that gaudy Tanuki pattern, so don't worry. It'll be at least less gaudy. You've probably noticed that I've got like, what, 250 plus subscribers, and I haven't had a video special like most other viewers are at that time. People are doing it early. There are people making 10 subscriber specials, 25 subscriber specials. Don't get me wrong, everyone has their own milestones, but as for me, a subscriber special, that's not really a milestone. I don't really focus on that number of subscribers up there on my channel. What I focus on is the views, because that's what's telling me that people are interested in seeing the content and take a look at it. And I'm actually going to borrow a concept from my years in art galleries online. And I'm going to borrow from the concept of a caravan. And I'm going to explain to you what a caravan is, and you'll understand. The technical definition of a caravan provided by Wikipedia is a web counter or a hit counter of a computer software program that indicates the number of visitors or hits a particular web page has received. Once set up, these counters will be incremented by 1 every time the web page is accessed by the web browser. You didn't hear exist. But keep in mind that's the technical definition. And the definition I mean for a caravan is going to be on screen. Explain to you what it means. A caravan, this is the definition I'm using here, is a gift/prize, usually a piece of artwork, for being a certain page viewer. For example, being the 1,234th or 100th viewer. Often a screenshot must be taken as proof. Like, keep in mind that no one needs to take a screenshot of being a certain viewer. For my case, if a special is made, it's going to be made for everybody. So let me stop rambling about what a caravan is and tell you what the caravan is. That's it. First caravan special is going to be at 25k video views. But here's the thing. I don't know what the special is. I really don't know. I haven't made plans for it yet. But what you can do is help charge my thinking cap a little bit. So, viewer, if I have a subscriber special, what do you think I should do for it? Many people do question and answer sessions. Some do streams. Some do specific games for specific occasions. Let me know what your idea is. It will definitely help me decide what I give back to you. Thank you again for all your support. Oh, you don't need to hit submit yet. Remember, I'm going to reiterate these at the end so you can think. And here's one thing too. There is a special that is planned. That's not ready to say. There will definitely be a special surprise planned for April 2nd. Because that is the very first day I upload a Let's Play episode with commentary. It's already planned, so definitely stay tuned. I hope I can keep up this daily upload thing for at least a full year. That'd really satisfy me. There's a little bit more I must access. I'll jump in this shit. And there's just a few other things, and you're free, and I'm free. The whole world's free. Nothing in life's free. Fuck that shit. But anyway, I want to talk about, like, requests for races, guest commentary, etc. I just have to clear this up. It's driving me, it's driving me crazy, man. Lately, I've had a lot of requests for appearances in races, to have or be a guest commentator, and just other things. I really just gotta clear this up, man. I've got to. Alright. As for guest commentary, I do encourage guest commentating. Like, I definitely would appear as a guest commentator. But, as far as having a guest commentator on my channel, there are actually a few flaws to the way I do things that will really kind of prevent me to have one at this time. I will definitely think about it in the future when I have the means. Absolutely, I will. Probably multiples at once. Let me explain these flaws in detail. First, at at the moment, I don't have XSplit registered, nor do I know how to use it properly. So having a guest commentator would be awkward, since they would just see a single frame every few seconds changing, and have to commentate on that. Can you commentate on that? I don't think so. Second, I bulk record like no tomorrow. My minimum bulk recording session, if the game is long enough, is 12 episodes in one sitting. You don't want to commentate all that. I'm here for like 6 hours. Now, see, that's the minimum. The maximum I've done at one time is 23 episodes. That's all live commentary. Well, live post-mix. I do live post-mix, so don't worry. But like I said, at the moment of you seeing this, I'm bulk recorded 5 weeks in advance, and I'm completely edited to the point too, so I'm doing the little stuff in between preparing. So, it would just be so hard to have a guest commentator. I wouldn't want to have to show you just the vaguest thing and have to re-commentate my own stuff, just have a guest commentator. In the future, I'm going to think about something to make this better, possibly make the footage easier to commentate over, so it's on my mind, don't worry. However, just really don't let this discourage you from inviting me to get to commentate on your stuff. You thought I muted my microphone there for a second, that would have been terrible! Oh! But, just don't let it discourage you, man. I'll have to warn you, though, as far as requesting me as a guest commentator. If you push me or annoy me too hard against my will, just keep pestering me to co-com something I am not interested in, then I'll simply give you the cold shoulder. You can lead a horse to water. God damn, is that motherfucker hard to drown. Next, races. I try to race only with people I'm at least moderately acquainted with. I've been getting several requests to race things like sadistic hacks of older games, games I've already raced or let's played, with people which literally come out of nowhere and say, "Hey, you wanna race this game?" Well, here's the thing about that. I do encourage races outside my channel. That's a given. And the races I choose to post inside of my channel are completely on me, and are usually my brainchildren. I don't want to take credit from whether it's due, you know? You just need to keep in mind, I work 45 hours or more in a week, and that the worst thing that I can ever say is no. I just really ask you to be considerate to me, and I'll be considerate to you. If I say no twice, don't make me say no a third time. If I say no once, please don't make me say no twice. I hate repeating myself, so don't make me do it. I have to do it at work already. Oh, I hate it, so stressful. But, on the consideracy thing, I really encourage you to be considerate. If you're not considerate to me, I won't be considerate to you. If you're considerate to me, I'll be considerate to you. Don't worry, I'm a nice guy. But if I'm stressed out, and you push too hard, you may hear a little bit of RingtailRandl, and you don't want to hear RingtailRandl. So, well, looks like that's gonna be it. That was a lot to cover. That was a healthy chunk of update, but we've reached the end here. Thanks as always for your support, and I do hope to hear from you soon. Speaking of hearing from you again, let me reiterate the questions I'd like some feedback on, so here we go. Question 1. Should I change my comments model from approval to all once again? This will require me to go back and check. But if you guys actually want to comment, leave feedback, and that approval is deterring you, then just let me know. I'll be happy to go back every few days after it's been uploaded and check it. If you upload later, I can't guarantee I'll see it, but maybe I'll run through it and just check it once in a while. So, question 1. Again, question 1 was, should I go from approval to all comments approved? Question 2. Every once in a while, should I stop doing the obscure games and go to a more popular, mainstream known game? It's probably going to be a classic game, but do you think I should? Because that video got quite a few views in like 3 days. I usually don't pass up like 20 of like normal ones, so if you guys want to watch it, I'll be happy to commentate and record it for you. You just gotta let me know. Do you think I should do that? You cannot pick the game for me. I'll pick the game. All you gotta do is say yes or no, and don't worry, it might be like every every other game or every 2 games. So it's not just going to be like every LPer who plays Super Mario Brothers in order and people who do that stuff like that. But no disrespect there. It's just I don't want to do the whole mainstream thing. Just get lost in the crowd. Hey, the obscurity's fading me into obscurity, so I'm just asking you, should I let's play some more known games every once in a while? Alright, now question 3. When I do a subscriber special, what kind of special do you think I should do? Like, I know there's Q&A sessions, there are streams, there are LPs of a certain game in question. There are several ideas, maybe even speed things, I don't know. We'll just have to see. But what do you think I should do? You can suggest whatever you want in the comments field. It's your comment. I just ask you, please keep all of your responses in as few comments as possible. Don't type 1 line and hit submit, and then submit 2 more. That's just a nuisance, and I'll remove it. But other than that, on the question 4, if you have any feedback for me, congratulations, any of that stuff, if you want to ask me a question that I can answer, just ask it. It's down below. Remember, the comments aren't all right now, so I'll have to come back and check these. There's nothing that's going to hold me back from commenting, so please, if you have any feedback for me, if you think I should shave my face, I really should shave my face before this, but yes, I've got a lot on my plate today. This is the first thing on that plate. So, thanks for joining me. I'm RingtailRandl. This is my Date video for Wednesday, November 29th? Yes, November 29th. Yeah, that's a recent recorded video. That's the most recently recorded video to uploading I've had in a long time. But thanks as always. I'm RingtailRandl. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Alright. Have fun, guys. Bye. Okay, we're done.